Hello and welcome, brother. What is going on? So we're here today with a transfer talk, and it's kind of a special transfer talk because I normally don't do transfer talks unless like a huge story. I don't normally do transfer talk during the during a season where the transfers can't be made. So I only really do transfer talk during the summer and during the winter. But there are two stories I want to talk about. Two stories that I want to talk about, and tomorrow early you'll get the preview for obviously the match against Wolfsburg. But the two stories that I want to talk about are first of all the match. Not the match. First of all, Philipp Lahm, according to Kicker. And obviously, everyone that follows Kicker, they're very, very reliable. I think I've got a Kicker magazine like just here from a couple of weeks ago. They're very, very reliable, and only when they say something, they're normally on point. So Kicker, they came out and said that Philipp Lahm is most likely going to retire this summer, and he's probably going to step into like a managerial role. So what I mean by managerial role is something, I'm guessing he's going to take over the sporting director role. That's just my opinion, but that's essentially what they say. They essentially said that Philipp Lahm held talks with obviously the higher ups at Bayern, and the feeling is that he's going to quit this season at the end of this season, and that he's going to step into the managerial role. So there are two ways I can look at this. The first way is obviously say, okay, you know what? If we're gonna look for a replacement as the sporting director, he's probably going to be a very good choice. Probably going to be a very good choice just because we know that he's very outspoken. Just look at just look at his past record. That's all I'm going to say. So he's very outspoken and he says what he wants essentially, and he's got the authority to do so. And especially in that role, he'll have the authority as well as the capability to actually say what he wants and act upon that. So that's a positive. But the negative is obviously the right back position, because who are we going to play at right back now? Yeah, we've bought Rudy, and I'm saying no. I'm straight away saying no. If he is a right back replacement for Philipp Lahm, I will rage. I will rage and rant. Because I'm sorry, unless he somehow turns into prime Lahm. We're talking about 2009 essentially, 2010 Lahm. Unless he turns into that kind of form, he's not going to replace Lahm. So there are not many names in world football that can actually that are actually at that level for right back. Now, obviously, one name that comes to mind is Kimmich, and I still think I made a video about this like a couple of months ago actually, where I said that for me, Kimmich should not play as a right back. Maybe occasionally, but not for the majority of his career. And obviously, that's what he would have to do if Lahm were to retire next season and we don't get anyone in. So I don't want to see that at all. To be fair. But they're not that many names. And I thought, considering that obviously it's not set in stone yet, so it's not 100% yet. But considering it's Kicker, it seems very reliable. So I was thinking of maybe doing like for the whole rest of the season, like doing a scouting report, just looking at like players who could potentially be a replacement, and I thought maybe I'd do that. So tell me if you guys are interested in something like that. So me like doing like a scouting report throughout the whole season. But in the second story that I have is that Douglas Costa, he made an interview yesterday, and he essentially was saying something. I'm not going to quote it exactly right now, but he was saying something along the lines of he's not totally happy at Bayern just yet, and that he's going to have a talk. He has had some talks with Bayern, and he's going to have one major talk in the summer at the end of the season to see whether he needs to leave or whether he wants to stay, because what he wants right now is a guaranteed starting place, and unless he gets that, he's not going to stay. That's in a nutshell, that's essentially what he said. So I saw a lot of people on Twitter and whatnot, come out and say that that's just disrespectful, that he shouldn't have said so, and so on and so forth. For me personally, and I said on Twitter as well, so if you don't follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitter. I'm very active there, at least I try to be. I basically said, as fans, you normally always want players to be honest. Let's be realistic. We always want players to be honest. If a player says, I can imagine myself staying here for 10 years and then leave the next season, you don't want to see that, But you always want a player to be honest. So I think that's a good thing. But my problem is the timing. My problem is honestly the timing, and that's my only problem really is the timing. And the fact is, that right now when we're not playing that well, when the big games are coming up, when right now we need to be as a team, we need to work as a team, we need to focus as a team, we need to play as a team, then he comes out and is essentially acting as an individual. Like if he had said this, say, during a winter break, or maybe at the end of the season, or at the beginning of the season, I would have been like, you know what, fine. Or even if we had played, even if we were on a current good streak, we had like 5 good wins, 5 wins where we played very, very good, or something like that, And then he came out, I would be like, okay, you know what, fine, that's the time to talk about. But not when the team is struggling right now. That's my only problem, honestly. And that's the only disappointment, really. Now, he had to go as far on his Instagram post. I don't really use Instagram much, but on his Instagram post, he had to go as far as block all the reactions and whatnot. So it's obvious that the fans aren't really happy. Now, I want to know from you guys. Do you guys think it's the right timing? First of all, do you guys think he should have said that? That he wants to potentially leave if he doesn't get enough play time and whatnot. If he isn't a guaranteed starter. He has said that he has offers from China. He's spoken to some clubs in England, some clubs in Spain, and some clubs in France. And we'll just see. Honestly, we'll just see. And until then, who knows? Until then, who knows? Well, like I said, I want to know from you guys in the comment section, because obviously this might probably be a longer comment from you guys regarding Costa. Do you guys think that was a wise thing for him to do? Do you think it was the right thing for him to do? And do you think that the timing is right? So tell me what you guys think down in the comment section down below. As always, people rate, comment, and subscribe. Peace out and have a nice day. Bye.